to our interview series on creating a healthy work environment after COVID-19. I have a big smile on my face because I'm actually looking at a person that I've known for quite a while. But today it's going to be in another context, let's put it that way. So joining us today from Curaçao is Nathalie Bakhuis. And hi, Nathalie, how are you?
Hi, Charlène. Happy to be here.
Yes, and happy to see you again. Nathalie, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Yes, I work for Art of Living, and Art of Living is a non-profit organization that's worldwide. And what I specifically do is Art of Living has many programs, and I am an instructor of the happiness program. And the happiness program, in short, is that we teach you certain breathing techniques, because through your breath you can get more than 90% of your toxins out of your body through your breathing. And I'm sure all of you have heard, that the story about our brain, that we use, I think, only 60 or 70% of our brain capacity. And the same is about our lung capacity. We also use 60% of our lung capacity. And through these breathing techniques, you can extend the capacity of your lungs, and it helps you to focus better and be more healthy.
I heard about before about the breathing, especially in terms of meditation, because when it comes to meditation and breathing exercises, it's not usually that someone goes directly in terms of thinking about, in terms of creating a healthy work environment or for your own well-being. It's still a little bit more on the alternative side, people would say. But just based on what you just mentioned, about a word that we hear very often, which is about mindfulness. And for a while, a lot about mindfulness and then becoming more and more mindfulness at work. Can you tell us a little bit more about what mindfulness is, how you see it? And how would you apply it at work, or how does it make sense, or what can you share with us, with employers as to, okay, what is it about and how do you see it, Nathalie?
Well, mindfulness is a word that what you said is thrown around a lot. I can share with you what my definition of mindfulness is. And mindfulness for me is that you are more conscious with the things that you do. And for example, many of us are on the automatic pilot. We have our things to do list ready to. It could be at work or in your home or with colleagues. You have a whole list that you want to do, and usually you are not very conscious of doing them. You're just busy, thinking all the things of your list. And for me, mindfulness is that you are sit and be conscious, be awake. Because when you're an automatic pilot, you're not awake. You're like, I don't want to insult anybody, but then you are like like a zombie, because you do the things, but very robotic, you could say. And then even the chores like washing dishes, or some of you may have children or parents or nieces or cousins that you sometimes help, and you see it as a chore and not as something beautiful that you can do for somebody else. And when you take the time to do it consciously and be mindful, to use the popular word, then you enjoy doing the chore or whatever you have to do. You enjoy it more, and you breathe also. And what the beauty is about we all breathe. Nobody has to teach you how to breathe, because that's a natural thing that we all do. But most of us, do you remember have you seen a baby breathing?
If I can remember, the closest one would be my nephew or my niece.
Yes.
It goes automatically.
Yes,
it's not
that's
an
for
effort.
Sure. But they breathe through their belly.
Okay.
Babies breathe through their belly, and when we grow up, somewhere along the line, we start breathing through our chest more. And the best way to breathe is through your belly, because this is more stress breathing. And when you are conscious, because it's automatic, it's somewhere along the line we taught ourselves, because of the stress in our life, or being everything has to go fast, fast, fast. We start breathing not how nature has taught us how to breathe, which is through your belly.
Well,
And that
quite
is
honest, yeah, quite honestly, now that you say it, it's something that I don't think most people pay attention to.
no, that's true. Regretfully, our body is such I would almost say an magical vessel, and we are not aware of all the things that it can do and how it can help us. But to come back to your question about the workplace and how it will be, the title of this session is creating a healthy work environment in the workplace. I think things will be a little bit different. And now we have to be more. We cannot be with so many in the same space. So people will have to work not only in the workplace, and the employers have to be, or probably they want to be more flexible. Because now with the COVID, the people that could work at home, and the workers, the employers notice that that's in many cases goes very well. And then I think it will be that there will be like a combination of being at the workplace, but also work from home. And then it's important for the employer to be sure that the employee has a working space at home, with a printer, all the basic things. Because it's you think that everybody has a computer and everybody has Wi-Fi at home, but that's not always necessarily the case.
When you think about being conscious, when you think about being present, the importance of breathing and also having that space, I would assume not only at home, but at work too.
Yes.
How do you think that employers can help those employees feel better? I would say either about the entire situation or any blockage or obstacles or fears that they may have going back into the workspace. How can an employer help them through being more conscious, and through your breathing techniques? What can employers do you think?
Well, they have to talk to their employees, because everybody has, you spoke just now about fear, and I think many people in the whole world, not only on our islands, have fear now and are a little bit paranoid, people that are already very, how do you say that? They have that they are afraid to touch other people. There is a beautiful word in English also, but smet phrase, and so they will be more afraid than the other people. And what an employer could do is that it's very important that people are not fearful.
Okay.
And with fear, I don't know if everybody will meditate now, but the step before meditating would be then to go within and focus on your breath. Because many of us, even before COVID, are not living in the moment. I am sure that many of you have heard, living in the now. And the easiest way to live in the now is focus on your breathing, because our thoughts are like monkeys. You see a flower and then you go back to when you were a little girl and you saw the flower at the first time. And many times your thoughts bring you to not the example I just gave you maybe gives you a smile, but many people have thoughts that are not so positive and invigorating. And the best way to help yourself get out of that vibration of your thoughts is bringing yourself back to focus on your breathing. Because you cannot breathe in the past, you cannot breathe in the future, you can only breathe right now.
Yeah.
And so that is the easiest way to be in the present moment and not be on your autopilot. Huh? If you bring yourself to focus on your breathing, then you are in the now, and then you have less stress.
Yeah. When you talk about stress, that touches more on the emotional well-being of a person. But by doing meditation, by doing the breathing technique, so more focusing on your inner self, let's say,
Yes.
besides the emotional well-being part of it that it helps, does it also help physically?
Yes, I myself believe that your thoughts are a resemblance of your. If you have if you are a positive person, usually, then you tend to not be sick that often. And many people are very healthy, or they think they are very healthy. They are very take care of themselves, and they eat lots of vegetables, fruits, and they exercise. But you have heard, I'm sure, that somebody who you think is very healthy from the outside, because it's all physical, um, still dies from a heart attack. And then you
Yeah.
think, oh, but that person was so healthy, and he or she was so young and was exercising, did a marathon, and this and that. And so, I believe that the quality of your thoughts and the quality of your mind, you could say, is even more important than the intake of food and exercise.
Okay.
Because if you are healthy, that helps. If you are healthy and you exercise, that's very important. That is very good. But if you have trash in your head, in the sense that you get irritated very often in traffic, well, now traffic is a little bit better, but if you are in traffic and you get angry when somebody in your mind is not paying attention, and you put your hand or scream something, that is not good for your vibration, and you bring your vibration down, and that has more influence on your well-being than if you eat chips the whole day, for example.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. I
so
can
in that
see that.
sense,
So sorry, please go ahead.
yeah, no, go ahead.
This is the one thing when you do like online interviews, it's like this. Like, please go ahead. Yes, go ahead. Yes. No, because thinking then, and correct me if I'm wrong, or correct me if you want to say it in a different way. So as I understand it, then um, by giving, by helping in terms of how to help your employees is creating that healthy but positive work environment. And that positivity is something that can be accomplished, or reached, if you put it as a goal, by taking care of your inner well-being, which could be achieved, for example, through meditation and breathing, but that it would benefit your physical well-being as well. um,
Yeah.
this is something that it connects, and not always sees that. So to you, it's that point of connection, or creating that environment is something that employers could help their employees with.
Yes, and the employees can in Europe, and I think also in the States, you hear many times that especially in the newer companies, and then newer, I mean in the sense like the Google or Apple or those kind of
Yeah.
companies, that they have also a meditation room or an exercise room. So employees could offer maybe an online course with me or somebody else to
Yeah.
teach them the breathing techniques, because it is all within yourself. It's not nuclear science. And it's just that if you are awake and conscious, then you apply them, and it really, really, really helps. I did my first course in 2012, and I've always been interested and curious, you know, of the spiritual side of life, you could say. And before I was into art of living, I was very busy with how to heal your life with your thoughts from Louisa Hay. I don't know if you heard of her. And she speaks a lot of affirmations. And but affirmations are very good, and I recommend everybody to do that. With affirmations, you have to, or not have to. It's advised that the thing that you want, you speak about it as it is here already.
Okay.
The law of attraction, like with the law of attraction, and the law of attraction is that don't think of the things that you don't want, but speak about the things that you do want. Many people know exactly what they don't want, but are not so sure what they do want, and then think about the things they don't want, and then brings that in their reality. And what I loved about the techniques of art of living is that it is more physical and not intellectual. Because if you say affirmations, that's more an intellectual, you have to use your brain. And with the breathing techniques, that's more a physical part. And then the benefits that you feel in your the space in your head is wonderful.
What I would like to do now is to not only thank you for your time today, but I would also like for you to, you spoke about the art of living and the happiness program. If people want to know more and learn more about art of living and the happiness program, where can they find you?
Well, we have a Facebook page, Art of Living Curaçao. There is also, if you put Art of Living on Google, you will find many sites. As I said, it's worldwide. And to contact me personally, then I would advise you to WhatsApp me. With Facebook and all the other things, I'm not as fast, you could say. My number, if it's okay, I can share my number.
Please go ahead. Yes.
Yes. So for Curaçao is 3 times 9, and then my mobile is 670-2255. 670-2255, and I have an email also that's nfdbakhuis@gmail.com. And feel free if you have any questions, and you can always contact Charlène if you can't find me.
Well, Nathalie, thank you so much for your insights. Thank you. I learned a lot, I must say. I thought I had an idea, but you made it way clearer. But again, thank you, and good to see you. And
Yes.
Obviously, I wish you all the best. And all the best to everyone on Curaçao as well. Let's put it that way.